Thousands of athletes, one arena, the same race for everyone. No excuses, no shortcuts. This is HYROX. But HYROX didn't start as a global phenomenon. It began as a bold idea that challenged everything fitness competition stood for. How did HYROX go from concept to the world's biggest indoor fitness race? Before the roar of the HYROX arena, the fitness world was a wild, untamed landscape, full of exciting but often disjointed challenges. Imagine a world where you could be incredibly strong or ridiculously fast, but rarely both in a single, universally understood competition. On one side, you had CrossFit. A beast of its own, CrossFit competitions were, and still are, a spectacular display of athletic prowess, but they were also incredibly complex. Think multiple, often surprising workouts of the day, demanding specialized skills like Olympic lifting or gymnastics, and often requiring years of dedicated training just to understand the movements, let alone compete. The barrier to entry felt like climbing Mount Everest before you even laced up your shoes. It was elite-focused, celebrating the truly exceptional, and for the everyday athlete, it could feel a million miles away. Then you had the running events, marathons, half marathons, 10Ks. These were the bedrock of endurance sports, accessible and incredibly popular. Millions hit the pavement every year chasing personal bests, enjoying the camaraderie of the long haul. But for all their glory, running races often lacked a crucial element: functional strength. You could run for hours, but could you carry a heavy sandbag? Could you push a sled? The strength component was often missing, leaving a void for those who trained for a more holistic kind of fitness. And what about other fitness races? Mud runs, obstacle course races, boot camp challenges? These were fun, exhilarating, and definitely pushed you. But they were often outdoors, at the mercy of unpredictable weather, turning a competitive event into a chaotic, inconsistent battle against the elements and varying terrain. One course might be brutally muddy, another perfectly dry. One event might have well-built obstacles, another might feel like a temporary setup in a field. Consistency was a rare commodity, making it nearly impossible to compare performances from one race to the next, let alone track true progress. There was a massive, gaping hole in the market, a void that everyone felt, but no one had quite managed to fill. There was no race where everyday athletes, from the seasoned gym goer to the casual weekend warrior, could compete under the exact same standardized conditions where the variables were controlled, and the only thing that truly mattered was your own effort on that specific day. No race that blended pure endurance with raw functional strength in a format that was both challenging and incredibly fair. This wasn't just a niche, it was a fundamental need for a new kind of fitness competition, one that could truly unite the diverse worlds of strength and endurance. Filling that void required more than just a good idea. It needed a spark, a vision, and the grit to make it happen. Enter two individuals who, from very different worlds, found common ground in this ambitious pursuit. First, there was Moritz Gröste. His name might not immediately scream fitness guru to everyone, but in the world of sport, he was a legend. A two-time Olympic gold medalist in field hockey, Moritz knew competition inside and out. He understood the psychological battle, the mental resilience required to perform under pressure, and the intricate dance between preparation and execution. He didn't just understand winning, he understood the experience of competition, what drives athletes, and what makes a race truly resonate. Then there was Christian Tutzke. If Moritz was the athlete's mind, Christian was the architect of experience. An experienced event organizer, Christian had a formidable track record of bringing massive sporting events to life. He knew the logistics, the planning, the sheer painstaking effort required to transform an idea into a seamless, high-impact spectacle. He understood how to build an atmosphere, manage crowds, and create an event that would stick in people's memories long after the final whistle. These two men didn't want the fittest athlete on paper. They weren't looking to create another niche for the hyper-specialized. What they wanted deeply and passionately was the strongest race experience possible. They envisioned a competition that was fair to its core, a level playing field where your training, your grit, and your strategy were the only things that spoke. Their vision coalesced around several core principles that would define their creation. First, and perhaps most revolutionary, was the idea of the same workout for everyone. No random elements, no surprises. Every athlete, regardless of their division or location, would face the exact same sequence of movements and distances. This wasn't about testing who could adapt best to an unknown challenge. It was about testing who could perform best on a universally known challenge. Second, they insisted on an indoor stadium format. This wasn't just about escaping the rain, it was about controlling the environment, ensuring consistent conditions, and creating a powerful, immersive atmosphere, turning every race into a high-energy spectacle. Third, they aimed for clear divisions. They wanted mass participation without sacrificing the intensity of elite competition. Whether you were a seasoned pro, a weekend warrior, or a team of friends, there was a place for you, with rules and standards that applied equally within your category. This wasn't just a race, it was a movement designed for everyone. With these principles firmly in place, the dream started to take shape. They needed a name, something that encapsulated the essence of their new sport, a blend of high-intensity running and functional exercise. HYROX was born, a clever mashup of hybrid, for the blend of fitness modalities, and rock, suggesting strength and endurance. It was concise, punchy, and memorable, much like the race itself. The first HYROX events were launched in Germany, their home turf. Like any groundbreaking idea, it wasn't met with universal applause. There was skepticism, even outright doubt, from a fitness world comfortable in its existing silos. Many believed it wouldn't work. Too simple, some scoffed. Where's the complexity? Where's the endless variety? Others argued too standardized, missing the unpredictability that defined many existing fitness tests. And perhaps the most common whisper, too ambitious. To create a global race that was both highly competitive and universally accessible, it sounded like a pipe dream. But then something incredible started to happen. The early races, almost like a secret handshake among those in the know, began to sell out, and rapidly. Athletes, tired of the old formats, hungry for something new and fair, flocked to experience this novel challenge. Word spread like wildfire. Soon, viral race footage started circulating online. Not just clips of elite athletes, but raw, emotional snippets of everyday people pushing their limits, collapsing in exhaustion, and celebrating victories. The energy was palpable, infectious. Athletes who crossed the finish line weren't just satisfied, they were evangelical. Their testimonials poured in, highlighting the race's unique appeal, the clarity, the fairness, the brutal honesty of the challenge. You know exactly what you're getting into, they'd say, and it's still the hardest thing you've ever done. The skepticism began to fade, replaced by a growing buzz that couldn't be ignored. HYROX wasn't just surviving, it was thriving. So, what exactly is it that makes HYROX so compelling, so uniquely different from anything else out there? It's all in the elegant, brutal simplicity of its format. Every HYROX race, whether you're in Berlin, Boston, or Bangkok, follows the exact same structure. 8 40 to 1 kilometer runs, each run interspersed with a single functional workout station. You run a kilometer, then you hit a workout. Then you run another kilometer, then another workout. This pattern repeats 8 times until you've completed 8 kilometers of running and 8 distinct functional exercises. Imagine this. You start with a 1 kilometer run, then you tackle the ski erg for 1,000 meters, another 1 kilometer run, then a 50-meter sled push with hundreds of pounds. Run again, then a 50-meter sled pull. Run, then 80 meters of burpee broad jumps, a crowd favorite for its pure, unadulterated suffering. Run, then 1,000 meters on the rower. Run, then 200 meters of farmer's carries holding heavy kettlebells in each hand. Run, then 100 meters of sandbag lunges. And finally, after that last grueling run, you face the last challenge. 100 wall balls, throwing a heavy medicine ball against a target again and again. This isn't just a series of exercises, it's a relentless test of endurance, strength, and mental fortitude. All of this takes place in a buzzing stadium atmosphere, often with thousands of spectators, music pumping, and lights flashing. The precision is key. Every station, every distance, every weight is standardized. There's no room for ambiguity, no unfair advantages. This meticulous setup ensures precise timing and a level playing field, making every single second count. HYROX didn't ask how strong you were, it asked if you were willing to suffer equally. This wasn't about being the biggest or the fastest in one specific domain. It was about being the most well-rounded, the most resilient, the most willing to endure. And this ethos resonated globally in a way no one could have predicted. Why? Because of its scalable difficulty. Whether you're an elite athlete chasing a world record or a beginner aiming to finish, the format is the same. But the intensity and weights can be adjusted, or you can compete in a doubles or team relay. This offers a clear progression path, a tangible goal for everyone to strive for. You can always improve your time, lift heavier, or just push harder. This creates a deeply community-driven competition. You're not just competing against others, you're often competing with them, pushing each other, sharing the agony and the triumph. It's a shared human experience that transcends language and borders. Today, HYROX is no longer an experiment. It's a global powerhouse. From its humble beginnings in Germany, the race has exploded, hosting events across Europe, North America, Asia, and beyond. Every weekend, thousands of athletes gather in packed exhibition halls and stadiums, eager to face the challenge. What's truly remarkable is its universal appeal. You'll see elite CrossFit Games athletes competing side by side with endurance runners, strongmen, and a massive wave of everyday competitors, teachers, doctors, busy parents, all united by the common goal of finishing a HYROX race. Sold-out arenas and live broadcasts are now common occurrences. The energy is electric, the crowds are massive, and the sense of accomplishment for every finisher is palpable. HYROX didn't just create a race, it created a new sport. It forged a path for a hybrid athlete, someone who is both strong and incredibly fit, who understands that true fitness isn't about specialization, but about holistic ability. It's redefined what it means to compete in the fitness world, proving that sometimes the simplest, most universal challenge can become the most profound. HYROX proves that innovation in sport doesn't come from making things harder, but from making them fairer, more accessible, and ultimately more human. From a bold idea to a global phenomenon, this is the origin of HYROX. If you found this story inspiring, hit that subscribe button to catch more origins of game-changing sports.